Hannah here with another Mini Zentangle session. Today is week 2, day 4. The materials needed for today are a black micron pen or a black biro or gel pen if you don't have one, a black pencil, an earbud and a white square. Now those of you that don't have a black micron at home and you want to get one so that you can tangle along, please send me a message because I'm able to send some individual ones out in the post. If you would like to get your materials ready, pause the video, and once you're settled comfortably, we'll begin. Okay, so now we have our materials. Are you sitting comfortably? If so, we can start. So starting with our pencil, as we've done before, I'm just going to draw a very light pencil border. Now the tangle we're doing today happens to be my favourite, or should I say one of my favourites, and I use this one a lot. So hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Using my pencil, and I'm going to stay with my pencil for this part, I'm just going to draw a line from the bottom left hand corner to the top right hand corner. And then using my eye, I'm going to divide what's left to the right and draw another pencil line. I'm then going to turn it upside down and I'm going to repeat that. So we've now got 3 pencil lines going from bottom left to top right, or top right to bottom left. I'm then turning it round and I'm actually going to repeat that again. So we've now got a centre line. Again, by eye, I'm drawing another pencil line there, and then finally there. So we've got excuse me, a grid pattern on the diagonal with 3 going one way and 3 going the other. Then starting at this point to this point, I'm going to draw a pencil line. And you'll notice that some of the squares aren't going to be 100% accurate. So if they're not, draw them individually rather than just drawing one straight line up. Turn it to the side and I'm going to repeat it. And you'll notice that again, this point here, I can't just draw one straight line. So now each square box or half a box has a cross inside. And I'm going to move to my pen now. And I'm going to start, which way do I want to go? All decisions, decisions. Going to start this way. Now the beauty of this particular tangle is its simplicity. I'm going to follow the contour of that particular triangle. The difference is that I'm not going to draw the pointy corners in. So if you can imagine this was, I don't know, something that was being shoved into it, but it didn't quite reach the corners. And that's probably not a very good explanation, but you'll see what I mean. So we can still see the remnants of the points of the triangle, but it's almost like I've cut the ends off and forced it in. And then I'm going to repeat it on the one next to it. And again, you'll see I've not got the corner points in. Staying next to it, I'm repeating it again. And I'll slow down and show this one. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to miss the corner and make it a curve, miss the corner and curve it round. And you'll notice that I still draw over the line next to it. Miss the corner, miss the corner. And this is one of those patterns that as you fill the page, other shapes start to appear. So for here, I can see almost like a flower where we've got 2, 2, 2 and 2 petals. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next one, starting in the top. And you'll notice that I am turning my tile around, and that's because you have better control if you're drawing in a way that your wrist, hand and arm feel comfortable, rather than trying to draw over the top of it. The idea of these sessions are just to slow down, take a 15-20 minute breather, put your feet up, learn something new, and feel nice and relaxed when you've finished. And while I'm here, that's a perfect example of why I go over the line, because it's quite light. So when I do this one, I'll make sure I go over that line. And I think the next time I do this, I definitely will not be putting my hand cream on just before, because my pen is sliding all over the place. So now we have the final square to do, and that's when you'll notice the patterns arising. And I can't stress how much I love this pattern. I think it's because it's just one of those go with the flow, and because it's the same repetitive move with my right hand, the movement I'm doing with my left hand by turning the tile means that I'm doing exactly the same movement with my right hand. It's one of those that you can do and not even think about. So that's the finished article without the shading. Now some of you will notice, like I did originally, there's the flower there. Some of you will notice that you've got this bit here that could be a flower. Some of you will notice, again, if I turn it up this way, this bit here. So how you move on to the next stage is entirely up to you. So at this point, I'm going to bring in some examples of what I've done so that you can have a better idea of what and how you want to do it. So I've chosen the inside of these parts here to shade, because that's what I felt was the focal point on that. But you'll also notice I've put a little line, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So using this 8-point one here, I've just put a little line coming from the center on each of them, and then using my pencil, I just gently put that there, and then using my earbud, I've smudged it. I could just have easily done my pencil and my smudging on the center of those four. It just depends upon what you see, what jumps out at you when you do this. Now this I've done the same, but you'll notice that inside each one of those triangular-ish shapes, I've just done a complete copy. It's called an aura. It's where you mirror the exact same shape. So on the outside of here with the pen, I've just mirrored it and drawn exactly the same on the inside. On this one, I've done slightly different. So it's a copy of this one here, but instead of drawing the one-off lines, I've started from the same centre point in there using each of the 8, and I've just drawn lines radiating out, and I think that looks really quite pretty, and it leaves these ones here blank. This one here I've just done as a shape of an eye, and you'll notice that the way I've done it, the ones that sit around the outside are smaller, so it looks like it's almost curved going round. And the last example I've got, it made my eyes go a little bit funny. I've just drawn circular lines. Let me zoom in and so you can see that better. And the way that I did this was by focusing on each 4-point pattern rather than the 8. So when you look at the 8 here, it doesn't really stand out as much. So that's it. We're finished for today. If you have any questions or would like to send me your artwork, just let me know. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please tune in tomorrow for the next tangle. Bye for now.